Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. It's Friday the 22nd of, where are we? May. Friday the 22nd of May. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for all the support you give me and for joining me on the lives. We had a beautiful live again yesterday and I'm so enjoying those. They give everybody a chance to chit chat. Everybody seems to enjoy the time out of their day, and I think it's really nice when we're all stuck at home to have some contact with people. So I've been really loving that. Also, if you're interested in doing the groups for July, all the instructions are underneath the video here. I haven't had much response yet. The June classes all filled up very, very quickly. So it's possible people could be waiting, but don't miss out. At least send me your email address and let me get you registered. If you wish to donate or support my channel, there is now a donate button on the Aussie Goddess page on YouTube. People were saying they were finding it hard to work it out before, and because it was sort of a bit, I'm getting there. I'm scrambling, trying to find the best way to do things. So if you're interested in that, that's there. I'm going to use the Ethereal Visions Tarot for your What's Cracking reading this morning. I think that's everything. This reading will be for the weekend, of course. All right, let's get going on it. Alrighty, so we have the Five of Pentacles coming out. Someone's feeling a bit left out in the cold. Someone may be feeling a bit gloomy, a little bit sad. The thing is with the Ace of Pentacles, I always think the sad part about this card is someone's feeling, low, lonely, and not really, feeling like they're loved. But in the traditional tarot, we can see the lights on in the church behind them. So it sort of always implies that your sadness is within you rather than on the outside. So you have other people who will support you or see you through this time, but you're choosing to go inwards. So that's the sort of energy of the Five of Pentacles. Behind that card, we have the card of Justice. Oh my goodness, these are beautiful, these cards. So the Justice card does talk about legal action, and it can talk about karma. So whichever way it is, it's about bringing things back into balance. And this is why she's the card of Libra with the scales. Although I've got to say her scales are pretty small here. Now, the Justice card sort of comes in when things need to be put right. So there could be a situation in your life at the moment that's very out of balance. That can be emotionally, or it can be, some sort of decision being waited on. Somebody to make their mind up about something, or for a courtroom to make a decision. Whichever it is, you're feeling pretty sort of glum here. So this decision sort of is something that you're just sitting waiting for. It doesn't look like you're trying to do anything yourself to get out of the energy. And sometimes we do that. We tend to get sort of locked into our sadness or unhappiness, and there may be nothing you can do here but wait. But there is a decision here to be made. We do have the Hierophant coming out, the High Priest coming out behind that. So the High Priest can talk. These two make me feel this is a court decision. So some of you are waiting on the outcome of a court decision for sure, because the Hierophant represents traditional structures and buildings and things like the government and tradition, marriage. So could be some of you are waiting on a divorce to come to hand. And this may be a lot of waiting, because in this time, well, it could be you're waiting for a financial settlement from that as well, especially with the Five of Pentacles. There could be some sort of a decision in regards to a divorce that you're waiting on that's making you feel a bit low. Could be a decision around another sort of court case. I understand a lot of the courts are closed at the moment, so there doesn't appear to be much action. But definitely waiting on something like that to happen. I feel that the money is going to bring you some sort of stability here. So maybe it gives you an opportunity to sort of move on and leave something behind. And there we are, moving on, leaving something behind. I love the way Spirit does that. It never stops. It's really amusing. It's sometimes you think, do you even need the cards? But it is a bit more visual to see the cards. So here I have you moving on. Now, the beautiful thing about the Six of Swords, which I love the most, is the fact that you've learned all your lessons here. So it's like you're not going to embark on this sort of thing again. You are moving into calmer waters. There is a relief in sight here. So timing wise, it looks like it's fairly close for you, but there is some sort of relief in sight, and I do believe that you've taken the lessons you need to. It's just a bit sort of, you're feeling a bit left out in the cold and a bit sort of in that waiting space. And then I do have the beautiful Ace of Pentacles after that. So if you're worried that you will have enough, if you're worried that there won't be enough money, if you're worried that you won't have enough to get this stability, this security you've got here, I would say to you, you're going to get ample enough to restart your life. You should be able to fit it in that boat with you, okay? So do not worry. There looks like there's plenty there with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's going to be a brand new start for you. So no matter what's happening here, whether this is a karmic decision that you're waiting on, whether it's a legal or justice decision that you're waiting on the courts to decide something for you, whatever it is, it's going to make things, it's going to put things right. It's going to bring things back into balance, and it's going to allow you to move forward with a new sense of self because you've understood your lessons from it. So it's all very well to wait for the money, but will it, you know, also help you emotionally to get more stable, especially with that Five of Pentacles? Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Sag, or Aries. The King of Wands is a very, he's a fire sign. So a person who has a lot of fire in their chart. This person is a leader. There's someone who knows what they want and they go after it. It can be a very attractive person, not just in the way they look, in the way they carry themselves, their charisma. But it looks like some sort of decision for some of you is being made around a person rather than a situation. Oh, wow. Okay. Ace of Swords coming out here. All right. So your justice, for some of you here, the justice you're waiting on could be to do with someone that you've been dealing with. So you might be waiting for someone to make a decision about you, or a decision about a situation. And there seems to be sort of this stuckness. Even if that is a word, there seems to be a stuck period here. Okay, but there is an offer coming through here. So for some of you, this could be, you know, your solicitor, a lawyer, someone who's managing things for you. Could also be a person you're dealing with that you're waiting for that justice or that sort of decision to come from. This person wants to make sure they've got all their ducks in a row before they move forward here with this Ace of Swords. They want to make sure they've got whatever this is right. They need to have the clarity. So it may be why things feel a bit stuck here at the moment. But they don't want to make this offer until they know either that they're financially sound, which is the cards that we've just seen, or that they have everything sort of orderly. The King of Wands doesn't want to make a mess of things. He wants to make sure he gets this right. So whatever this is here, this decision, offer, court ruling, whatever it is taking its time because it needs to be right. Okay, so we have the Death card coming through here, and I've got to say, for a Death card, it's a very beautiful card. The Death card, it represents Scorpio too, but then you have fire and water all here too, so it can be just the person's energy. The Death card talks about letting something die, leaving something behind. Now, some of you here may be dealing with someone who's going through a divorce process and leaving something behind. For others of you here, this situation, whatever you've been going through, whatever stress, torment, waiting period and stuckness you've been in is about to end, because I see some sort of offer coming in, whether that offer is to do with some sort of financial settlement, whether it's the offer of moving forward with a relationship because someone's finalized another relationship. Whatever's happening here, someone is coming towards you to make an offer that has got everything. This person has got everything right. They're allowing their past to go now. Wow. Okay, Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a card of, it is a defensive card. It is about fighting against something. So someone's not given up a fight here. It's really standing your ground and fighting the enemy. And it looks to me like whoever you've been dealing with, and this can be you as well, someone has not given up. Someone's fought and fought for this. Okay, and then we have the Page of Cups coming through. There's definitely an offer here. I think that you either have been ready to make someone an offer or been waiting for someone to come in. We do have the Ten of Swords. So this means here that there's something that has to be, because I've got the Death and the Ten of Swords together. Something has to be finished out before this can come to fruition. Sometimes when things are going on, we start to get really attached to an outcome. So don't be too attached to an outcome, because attachment tends to slow the energies down. So what you need to be doing, regardless of whether this is a person or a situation, is learning to release the energy, learning to understand the attachment is what stops realization coming in, because it slows down energy for some reason. And it may be that you're hanging on to some sort of outcome here, or attached to some sort of outcome. And as long as you're attached to the outcome, things can't move forward. I feel that you're getting some sort of, see, this is this Seven of Wands energy, just hanging on for dear life. I feel that you're getting some sort of information here. Maybe a download, maybe like an epiphany, or some sort of realization from the universe here on how to let go, because this Ten of Swords is saying to me it's the end here. So I think you've got both parties here, whether this is a courtroom thing, a justice thing, a personal thing for you. I feel like both parties are coming to the realization they have to let go of what comes from this. Everybody's hanging on to some sort of outcome here. And I know it's really hard not to, especially if you're waiting for a financial settlement, to start visualizing how much you're going to get from a situation. If you're waiting for a situation to end, you just want it to end. Don't be trying to work out how that's going to end. If you're waiting for someone to come to you and they are bringing an offer to you, don't be visualizing how that offer is going to come. Just let it go and let the universe work it. It will go much more quickly if you try to let go of the energy. For some reason, as human beings, we like to hang on to everything for dear life. It's a control thing. We micromanage because we're insecure. So try to understand that and let this energy go, because it's happening. It's absolutely 100% happening here. All right, so we have the card of the Empress coming out here, and isn't it beautiful? Look at that. So I know that things are moving, but they're probably very slow, and there's the Two of Cups. So for some of you, this is definitely about an offer of love. Again, with the Leo energy. Oh, and then we have the King of Cups. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, then this is your person. But I do feel like this here with this King of Wands, someone's taking on that leadership energy. Someone's taking control here. And this could be your energy too. Maybe it's been, a slow process. Maybe you're sort of trying to stay very strong and very forthright with this energy. But there is something that has to be closed out while it's waiting to move forward. So if you're waiting on things to happen and you're not going about your business, or you're not doing what you need to be doing, you're waiting, then looking at this, I would say to you, if you start getting into your creative pursuits, if you start sort of, going about your business as you normally would and let go of the waiting, it will come. I think that there's a message here ready to come through, but it could be the universe just giving you a bit of a prompt to put you right on your day. Because sometimes that's what happens. We just need a little nudge from the universe to say everything's okay. And sometimes it comes in a sign, like an actual sign. And we're getting lots of them at the moment. Okay, so somebody's feeling a bit down because they've been waiting for some sort of decision to be made. It can be a person or from an organization here, but you're definitely moving into better times. This Five of Pentacles to the Six of Swords is beautiful, really, because you're sort of moving out of this energy here. I do see an ace here as well, so there's a brand new start. You actually have two aces here today. And I do see here the Eight of Pentacles behind that. So I really think the universe is going to make sure you're well provided for. Whether this is a person or whether it's a situation, you are going to be well provided for. You just have to have faith and let go of the outcome. You know, sometimes we're clinging on to it and it becomes ever absorbing. That's all we think about. Try to understand that taking your energy away from it will help the situation move forward quicker. Something is coming in here, though, to clear that energy. So somebody may say something, you may have a dream, you may get some sort of news notification, a letter to say it's in process. Something here is allowing you to let go of the energy so that you can move forward. For those who this is a love offer, if you're waiting for a decision, I feel that they are the ones waiting for some sort of court settlement. They are the ones waiting for some financial relief here so they can move forward. This person is not going to move forward until they've closed everything out. So they don't want to complicate their lives by having two situations in their life. They're trying to stay focused on the outcome of one so that they can move forward. Because there is a love offer here, and we do have the Empress here. So I think this person has their sights focused on you. They do see you as their future. They do want to make an offer. They're very emotionally in tune, so they're trying to stay on top of it all, despite the fact they've been through what I see here as quite a betraying time, and they may be feeling very sort of locked out by this energy. So it might be why they're Five of Pentacles at the moment. So we do have the card of the upper world coming out here. So let me just read this to you. Card 59. My readings are getting longer and longer and longer. I'm sure of it. And it's quite interesting. Alrighty. Upper world. Maybe there's just a lot to say at the moment. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move to a higher destiny. There you go. Do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. Sometimes this is about sort of asking spirit for guidance, or, you know, even moving to meditation just to allow the energy to go, because the energy here is really obviously disrupting your flow, and that's apparent in that card. Have a wonderful weekend.